Hey, it's Victoria. Welcome or welcome back. Let's jump into your reading, guys. I already have some things written down, cards pulled for you guys. So yeah, let's jump into this. Right now, you guys are connecting with God, Source, Creator, or you're coming into this connection with yourself, with the divinity in yourself, realizing the divinity in yourself is a direct connection to God, to Source, whoever it is that you're believe in, what you're experiencing, the Creator, right? Source of all creation here. Someone here could be Christian because I did get a Bible verse, and it's crazy because I had written out numbers. So 1, 2, 11, 144, 8, and 9 could be significant numbers here. So this could either be like the day of your birthday, well, obviously not 144, the day of your birthday. This could be a month, so it could be January, February, November, August, September, something about that here, or numerology. These could have some type of significance here, but 144, I would definitely check what the angel number for that is. Something about like your spirit being eternal. Like you are a, how do I say? It almost feels like your soul is connected to like the high levels of heavens, right? Like there's something here being connected with the heavens. I even got that with the Larimar, I hope that's how you pronounce it, the stone. So your guys' stones, crystals that you're connected with here is the Larimar and the rose quartz. And the Larimar combines the energy of the oceans with the energy of the heavens. So wrote down here, so you could either be an air sign or water sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or you can be a Leo because we also got the sun here as well. Which makes me think of the sun card in tarot, and that's usually Leo. Which is funny because Leo makes me think of obviously the lion, courage, self, ego, the self, identity, your conscious self. I think this is really connecting to that divinity in you. This is what I'm really heavily picking up on. And it's combining your thoughts, the air, right? The energy, if we're talking about the heavens, with your emotions, water, oceans. Someone here could live by the ocean, or you're very connected to, you're very connected to the sea. You could be something connected, like, I don't know why Atlantis coming through. Atlantis coming through. Someone here could be Dominican. I think that also might be something. Let me get the book real quick. Hold on. Because I actually want to read these two from the book. We have Iku and Karsar. So autonomy, transformation. With this card that I have over here, you have 19. Enter the temple of your truth and learn to value it. And with me talking about like entering the temple of your truth, valuing your truth, it says here with this card, it's seek the silence that you need for this and be ready to start valuing your truth and stay brave, which is funny because we were talking about courage, lions. So you might be seeing a lot of like big cat symbolism. I don't know if you're seeing like lions, tigers, panthers, something like that. You could be seeing like big cats, or maybe you're a cat person. Maybe someone here has like a black cat or an orange cat. You could have an orange cat. Oh gosh, orange cat behaviors. Oh my goodness. I don't know why that's coming through. Maybe some of you guys have like a really crazy, crazy cat. Yeah, I'm getting the image. I mean, that's pretty much all cats, but I'm getting the image of like my cat when she knocks stuff off the table. Like if I have my earbuds there, like if I set my earbud down, then she immediately has to like run over and like knock that shit down. So you could have a cat that's like very playful, but likes to instigate some problems. But anyway, let's jump back into this. So it says, seek the silence that you need for this and be ready to start to value your truth and stay brave. You've been ready. Deep in your heart is where you will find the answers that prompted your questions. So maybe there are some questions about yourself. There's some questions about your journey. There's some questions about your connection with God, even that you are wondering, but it's stating here that you're going to find this within yourself, because everyone here has their own personal truth, right? Everyone lives their truth differently. And it's about respecting your personal truth and also respecting the personal truths of others. It's not disregarding like factual truths, right? Like everyone is going to always have like their own way of doing things, their own way of connecting with God, connecting with Source, however it works out for them. No one way is the right way, right? And you see that through, I mean, I certainly have family where, you know, if I don't believe in a certain way, or if I don't connect with God in a specific way, then it's dismissed, or it's invalid. But that's not true. Like, in my personal opinion, and this is just me giving my personal opinion, to me, I feel like everyone has their own relationship with Source, God, nature, whatever it may be, in their own way. And even if you're not religious, even if you're not like that much of a believer, there are still people who rely and have faith on numbers and science and like their theories, right? Like, and listen, I'm not saying go against fact. I'm not saying that the truths that have been discovered are invalid because your personal truth contradicts it. No, I'm saying that everyone's faith here, like, we're all living this human experience, right? But we all have such different lives. There's just intricacies in our experiences. Like, it's very intricate, each person. Like, we all have such a unique journey, a unique purpose, a unique path for each one of us. And not all of us are going to experience everything in the exact same manner. And that's okay. Again, it's valuing your truth. Knowing that the truth that you're living, maybe sometimes you second guess, right? If I'm taking myself for an example, like even looking here at the Bible verse, like I grew up in a very strict Christian household. And even me reading cards is not accepted by certain family members. But I'm going to be completely honest, this is the most connected I have felt with God, with Source, the universe. Like this is the most connected I've ever felt. Like having such a strong relationship with the divine, like this truly feels like it's helped me. It has genuinely helped me, rather than being a more restrictive, fear-based type of faith, I guess. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. I'm just giving my own personal example. Someone could be experiencing or have lived something similar, or maybe this is just mirroring like a certain strict religion or certain strict beliefs that you had to go through or had to deal with when you were younger. It doesn't necessarily have to be Christianity, but it could just be a mirror on my own personal experience. But interestingly enough, oh my gosh, I can't speak. 144, going back to this verse, well, in Revelation 14:1, it says, Then I looked, and there before me was the Lamb standing on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000 who had his name and his Father's name written on their foreheads. And I was already getting like sheep and lamb symbolism. Like I even had a video recommended to me of this guy who was just laying in a meadow, and he was like scratching a little baby sheep. And this little baby lamb was just like, lamb. Little baby lamb was just like pawing at him to keep scratching him. And like the comments underneath was like, this guy is living heaven on earth. This is definitely how heaven is. Like all the comments were talking about how like peaceful, heavenly it was. And so I just thought that was funny that the lamb symbolism was coming out. So yeah, let me see. Let's jump in. I want to get to these cards before we jump into the tarot. Another thing coming up for you guys is dancing it out. Move to the rhythm. Move to the rhythm. So some of you guys might be very active, or maybe there's maybe someone here dances. Maybe you did ballet in the past, or maybe you just like to dance in your room, dance in the kitchen, dance when you're feeling anxious, dance when you're feeling blue, like just turning on some music and just jamming it out, you know? Let's see, let's do Karsar first. So 35. So here it is. Take this. It says, this being is the sum of the cards that came before. She carries the wand of Rye, the veil behind the witch doctor, the snake belt from the manifesteer, the jewelry chains from Sarki, and the Sphinx's union from the Alabasi. Oh my gosh, I can't read this. I'm so sorry. Please, you can read it. This is the card for the sign of Cancer, which helps us to learn how to use the power of the mind in disciplining emotions. The Karsar appears when it is time to accept your emotions. There is nowhere else to run because the Karsar only brings success. Again, tying in thoughts with your emotions. So it says, you are in charge of yourself and steer the wheels of your chariot. So this is reflective of the Chariot card. Someone here could, that's crazy. I've been getting the Chariot card quite a bit. Anyway, the wave behind the Chariot represents the momentum that can come as you continue on your path. You can ride it or you can let it consume you. Listen to your intuition and find the best path for yourself to move forward bravely and with faith that you have created the emotional future that you want. Move with courage, stay brave. Bravery is coming out a lot. So bravery and faith. As with all sevens in symbolism, the main message is do not give up. If this card has come to you, maybe ask yourself, what is the outcome I am seeking? Do I have the self-confidence to ride this wave? Am I being distracted from my true passions by people or energies that I need to cut out? Do I need to release a past relationship or learned pattern? Interesting, interesting. I mean, that could be talking about like you putting yourself first. Especially when we're over here, when we're talking about the sun. The sun is the star at the heart of our solar system, right? It is the only star in our solar system. The planets revolve around the sun. And again, I'm not saying, like, don't get a big ego, okay? But you are the main character of your story. You are the center of your universe. Like, it is okay for you to put yourself first in certain situations and circumstances. Like, it is okay. It is, and especially, you guys have rose quartz as well coming out with, like, self-love. This also gives me, like, love, self-love. Rose quartz. Someone here may need to get some rose quartz, or if you have rose quartz, there might be something, maybe you need to charge it. Charge your rose quartz. Maybe something to do with the moon cycles, or maybe even in the sun. I don't know, like. But it says, in ancient civilizations like Egypt and Greece, rose quartz was associated with the goddesses of love and beauty, including Aphrodite and Venus. Ooh, so some of you are also having like a very sensual energy, or you're just exuding a lot of love. You're like emanating a lot of love, a lot of self-love. Maybe some people are perceiving your self-love as something selfish. It's not selfish to love yourself. It's not selfish to prioritize your needs. It's not selfish to believe what you want to believe. It's not selfish to walk the path that you know is right for you. You know, you could have a lot of people in your family, friends, in your life that are just, you know, maybe they don't value your personal truth. Maybe Or maybe you grew up with people not valuing your personal truth, like not even acknowledging it, right? There could be something like you have a very different way of connecting with God, of experiencing God, source, creator. Like there's a specific belief or a specific way. Maybe you guys are like me, like eclectic. Like you could be like an eclectic practitioner. Maybe you like to learn from different places, like you gather information from different sources until you find, you know, the truth, or like you get all the facts of something and then you make an opinion based on that, right? Okay, back to this. So someone could be like have ancestry in Egypt, Greece. Maybe this even has to do with like past lives. Someone here could work with Aphrodite. A lot of Venusian energy. Like very, you know, we're going to put that as well. Love, bravery, and faith. But you are the heart of your own solar system. You know, like people gravitate around you. People move around you. You could be very... I was just thinking of like the solar, like the way that the planets orbit. You could be someone that likes lists. You could be someone that is very, I'm hearing tactile. What is the word? Oh my gosh. Punctual. Well, I got that scene from Aladdin. You know, Aladdin's been coming through a lot. Aladdin, where he's like punctual. Maybe you're very punctual. Or maybe even dance it out, move to the rhythm is talking about even with like connecting with your emotions. Maybe you were very rigid in your schedule and your beliefs, and there was like a rigidity to you. But now you're kind of like moving like with the ocean, like thinking of water, oceans here. It's like now you kind of like go with the flow. You move to the rhythm. You're not tied to one thing. I mean, even in the solar system, we're still moving through space, right? Like we're not stagnant in the vacuum of space. We're constantly moving. The sun is constantly moving. The planets are constantly moving. We're constantly in rotation. So there's something here where you have like a momentum, a constant momentum. I mean, even that was talking about, you got the Chariot, right? So there's some type of momentum here. You still push forward. You still continue to do your best. Also, serenity sticks out, luck, peace. And serenity for rose quartz also shows up as well. So there's a lot of serenity, serene energy around you. You could give off very serene vibes. Maybe you yourself are like very aquatic, maybe some of you here could have been described as like a water baby, or if you are by the ocean, maybe you are someone who's constantly in the water. You know, maybe there's some type of healing or transformation that you feel when you're in the water. Like, have you guys ever had just like a shower that feels transformative? Like under the water, it just feels, sometimes you could just have like a magical shower, okay? Like just washing away the day, just completely rinsing it down the drain and just feeling like revitalized, right? There's almost like this revitalized energy, even with the sun coming out. It's all about like a new day, a brand new day, shining light on something. And I am is also, that also again makes me think of God, right? Like that is what he described himself as, like the great I am. So another connection here to your divinity, to God, to source through your own self-love, through what you're pouring into yourself, the transformation that you've gone through. Let's get into Iku, where it's talking about transformation. So I'll put this here. So it says, Iku rides in and clears away the old to make space for a new vibration to come in. Without Iku, the cycle would never be complete. Iku is the death in the Yoruba tradition, but death is not the end. The flag symbolizes creation and the light spirit body, which continues endlessly as Iku rides through the veils of time-space. Rides through the veils of time-space. Like, you guys are, like, there's momentum here, okay? Through this death, it's not, you know what I'm getting? Like, where they said the final death in Coco, in the movie Coco, where it's like the final death. It's not a final death here. You're still moving on to something else. There's still, it's not a finality. This death is not, yeah, it's not final. There's regrowth from it. There's something new coming out of this. Whatever it is that has been put to rest, you're going full momentum towards something brand new. I mean, even look at the horse here for this death card, for the transformation card. Like, the hooves are off the ground. Like, she's ready to gallop into something new, into this light here, right? So it says, where did I leave off? Hold on. The Pegasus, oh, it's a Pegasus, my bad. Yeah, the wings. The Pegasus symbolizes this ability to fly to the ends of time and space, resulting in true freedom. It has mastered getting beyond the self and carries Iku at the time of humanity's greatest need, rebirth. Cannabis flowers and leaves sprinkle the ground as offerings left by many spirits before who have accepted the change. So someone here could also be a smoker. You don't have to be, but maybe someone here does like CBD or THC, something like that. Maybe CBD helps like with some type of pain or some type of like insomnia here. Or maybe you take like gummies to like calm down or mellow down or something like that, right? Like to just relax. Says, if you accept Iku when she appears in your spread, you are fully free to release something and step into a new light. It is okay to mourn and grieve the things of the past, but you must create your future when Iku arrives and says it is time to move on. If Iku shows up for you, it is time to consider, do I run programs of the past more than those of the future? Do I know how to embrace the unknown? Do you know how to enter the temple of your truth and learn to value it? Are you at that stage yet? Are you just barely entering this temple of your truth? Some of you might literally have, because I was sometimes like when I meditate, I see like certain places. I don't know, because when I was, this was all from last night. I did this last night, pulled these cards last night and wrote this last night. But before bed, I was just getting that image of like pillars, stone pillars. And maybe subconsciously I was like thinking about this card. I don't know. But it was a few hours after the fact. And I was laying in bed and just the image of just a figure standing at this long hallway or long corridor near an ocean, like pillars, like stone pillars. Almost give me like, if you guys ever seen like Lord of the Rings, like the Rivendell, no, is that what it's called? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Where the elves live. It's just like very ethereal, very beautiful. Maybe someone here had like some type of past life as a royal or something like that, or of like lived in some type of, I don't know. I mean, I thought it made me think of like castle, temple, stone walls, something very ancient, something very grand, like on a grand scale. Like it was very, but very tranquil as well. It was, you know, like the ocean. I saw the ocean as well. So maybe someone here has a very deep imagination, or has a deep, like when you meditate or when you, yeah, when you meditate, you might, or even when you dream, you might visit different planes. You might see different realities. There's something here like different dimensions that we're even talking about. Different planes of reality, even like the heavens. Maybe, I mean, you could literally, like I said earlier, it's like this connection to the heavens. Like there's something very, like you carry a light within you, like you are shining a shining light. You yourself could even be, you could even create some type of like revelations to the people around you. But anyway, let's pull some cards. What does the collective need to know? What else does the collective here need to know? Yeah, maybe some of you guys are seeing like a lot of lamb symbolism, or like a fawn, like baby deer, like what else does the collective need to know? Holy Spirit, Archangel Michael, please be with me during this reading. Thank you. 8 of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. Man, you've been putting a lot of work. you've been putting in the effort, you've been putting in the work. And again, like I said, some of you are practitioners here. There's something working with the physical with your hands. Maybe some of you are artists. Maybe you know, have markers. I just need another card, please. Ooh, the Hermit. And we did have 9, so Hermit energy over here. So again, like the month of September. But also giving me like the introspective. Another thing, connecting to your own divinity, right? Like looking inward and learning to value your truth. That makes sense. All the hard work that you've done, really, like it says, you've been ready. Stay brave. Deep in your heart is where you'll find the answers that prompted your questions. So everything that you've been working for, the questions that you have, the answers lie within you. I don't know why I'm hearing in The Lion King where Simba sees Mufasa in the skies, in the heavens, and he's like, remember who you are. Remember. So maybe someone here needs to remember who they are. Maybe there's something here where you got lost along the way, or you felt lost, right? Like even I'm hearing Stitch and Lilo and Stitch where he's like lost. Or he feels like he's completely alone. Maybe there was a point in time you felt completely alone. And maybe this is even like connecting, knowing even if you are physically alone, you're not alone spiritually. Like you are connected again with that divinity. I just keep getting like this divine energy. And you could, again, Aphrodite's coming through as well. So working with source, Aphrodite also being a part of your practice, or there's something here about working with Aphrodite or connecting with like the love of yourself, or taking, you know, some of you might be very into self-care as well, not just self-love in the terms of like accepting parts of yourself internally, but also the external, right? You could also be learning to love the external of yourself, like your body, your physical form. Putting effort into how you feel, how you look. Maybe someone here likes to do makeup. Maybe someone here likes fashion. Maybe you're into fashion design. You like to do clothes, like clothing. Maybe you do nails. It's that. It's giving me that, where it's like you're learning to appreciate what makes you you on the outside. Maybe you guys have a very unique style. Maybe there's a specific way you do your makeup that is unique. I think Aphrodite is connecting with some people here in maybe charming or enchanting certain things. Like your lipstick when you put it on, some jewelry, you know, charging it with the moon or charging it with certain oils. Essential oil, something here that connects you to that Venusian energy, to that Aphrodite energy. Man, what? Holy Spirit, can I get another card? That's too many. Should I use another deck? I mean, King of Swords. Wow. More air energy. So you guys, there's definitely Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini here. Virgo could also be something, a sign here is something. Sorry. Words. Heavy air energy though. So you could have like Virgo in like your rising or moon. Or you could have, maybe you have an air, earth, and water in your top 3. Doesn't have to be, but you know. Some of you could be experiencing a lucky period in your life right now, or a blessed period, I should say. Because I heard, no, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. Yes. Something about champion. And again, transformation, the butterfly on top. This is transformative thinking. combining your thoughts with your emotions. Oh, hold on. Let me feed the... I hear the crows outside. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, anyway, sorry. King of Swords. Someone here also has like very, like an authoritative energy as well. This could also be like the harsh truths that some people have, or that you've kind of woken up to, or maybe some people gave you like certain hard truths, or you discovered certain hard truths here. I don't know why that's coming through, but there's something here like maybe you had to, discover some kind of face certain harsh realities, right? But once again, I think whatever it is that prompted a bunch of questions or like made you ask certain things, maybe things that you've walked away from, split the deck and have the 8 of Cups, or even emotions that you experience, it's asking you to delve deep inside yourself, introspect, right? Like, because the questions that you ask, it states you have the answers. They are within you. The answers that you're seeking, you already have them. This is also giving me like rising up to the occasion as well, right? Like stepping out of that internal dialogue, right? And actually voicing it. Like maybe this is like you've kept certain practices or certain beliefs, or maybe you didn't speak up before, and now you're in a position where you're like, no, I'm going to speak my truth. Oh, you know what's coming to mind is Zuko in the, what was it, that episode where the eclipse, which is so funny because we just had an eclipse, the something of black sun, the day of black sun or something like that, where he approaches his father, the Fire Lord, and he's like, no, I'm going to speak my mind and you're going to listen. So this is like maybe you're confronting a father figure or a parental figure or someone of authority, like who had like some type of authority on your life or on your beliefs or on the way that you walked a certain path. It's like, no, I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to speak my truth. I'm no longer going to hold back. And you're going to listen. And if you don't want to listen, I'm going to prioritize myself and take myself out of the equation and continue on the path that I know is right for me. Yeah, I'm just getting there was like possibly a lot of restrictive energy around you. I don't know, like this is just giving me like a bird who has had their wings clipped almost. Oh my gosh. Definitely an air sign here for sure. You are balancing that masculine and feminine energy. And this could also be talking about maybe someone here also is going to meet a partner who is like your divine, like a divine partnership here, like someone who balances you out, like who is equally yoked in, I don't know, something like you guys have a lot of similarities, like you guys are kind of like a good fit for each other, like a perfect match. Both of you have very transformative thinking, a lot of Uranus energy as well coming through. But this could be something where you guys work together. But for a lot of you, I feel this is more of like you as the self, the masculine and feminine, the yin yang, the light and dark, the sun, the moon, right? Like there's a lot of, and even as I was talking about earlier, like mirroring, there could be like something here mirroring. I think some of you, this is also making me think of like God again, right? Source, being connected, staying, I just feel like you get like certain downloads, or you're just like very connected with like the heavenly realms or something like that. I don't know, like angelic. Maybe there's someone here who is like an earth angel, or maybe you've gained a position of authority and you now can speak on certain like topics about religion or faith. I don't know, maybe someone here, what is it called? Theology, right? Maybe someone here studied theology, or you're into theology. Knight of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, the sun. Wow. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit's coming through right now, for sure. And even under the Hermit, what did I say? It was coming to light. The moon, the sun. You're no longer hiding those parts of yourself. No, I'm going to speak my mind and you're going to listen. And even if people think you have like some type of naive mentality or a childlike mentality, they might see that as immature. But again, you are the one that holds the cards here. You are actually you're in control of your life. You know exactly which way to steer. You're the one on top of this Pegasus, right? You're the one on the chariot. You know which direction to steer. You know where you're heading. You know where you're going. And you're following this joy. Even in the last reading I did where it says, follow your joy. You know, valuing your truth. Again, as long as you continue to value your truth, stay brave, stay consistent, like speak your truth. Because not doing that is not just a disservice to yourself, but to the life that you deserve. You know, like putting yourself on a different path to appease others, forcing yourself to have certain beliefs to appease others, that cannot sit right with your spirit, right? So you are experiencing true freedom right now. It's like those wings, they're no longer clipped. Like the wings are not clipped no longer. Like you are free to soar, free to fly. And maybe here, as you're working on your own pentacles, maybe there's someone here that tried to offer you like one pentacle, right? Like they tried to offer some type of idea or something. I mean, it could even be like material. Maybe this is even giving me like someone giving you a Bible. Like if we're being like super literal, it's like, oh, you're working on this. You need, like I'm hearing like you need Jesus, which yes, if that's like your belief and everything, but if you're someone who is not Christian and you have someone who's like hounding you on your beliefs or how you connect with God or how you, like your own way of doing, even if we think of like Christian witches, right? That is like very taboo to like a lot of Christians, right? But there are a lot of Christian witches. There are a lot of people who practice certain divination, people who practice certain, like have different spiritual beliefs that are very, they're curated to the person who believes it, right? Like it's faith is not just like one set thing. You know, everyone is going to have their way, their own versions or their own, not versions, their own belief systems, right? Like everyone's going to have their own belief systems and it's going to be different for each person. Like everyone's experience is so different. I mean, even just look at, if we're looking in a very general sense, a very general dynamic of like family, right? Even if you have the same two parents and say there's two siblings, three siblings with like the two parents, right? Each sibling, even though they have the same parents, each sibling is going to have a very different experience, right? Like that's just factual. Like they're going to have a different experience growing up. The way that they retell it, the way that they experience, like it's just, there's something about accepting the uniqueness of yourself, accepting. I don't know, maybe someone here wanted you to like stay in line with something. Very strange. It's like very restrictive. I don't know, maybe you had like a very, like I'm hearing like a helicopter parent. Maybe you had like very overbearing parents. Maybe you had like, maybe this is giving like you had to attend church with your family every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever the heck. It's like there was a strict schedule, a strict, maybe that's why. Someone here could also be like OCD or have OCD or something like that. Yeah, but no longer are you living in that manner. Right under the King of Swords, like with the butterfly, yeah, it was a full transformation. Perhaps it was even painful. But like it said, this is not the final death. You know, this is not the final death. Okay, so some of you guys could be considered right under the Queen of Swords with the Seven of Swords. People might think that you could be up to something, or like your practice is like trickery, right? That someone could perceive you as like what you're saying. Because someone here could also, you could also be like a mentor. Maybe you mentor others, or you just, the way that you balance out the feminine and masculine. It's like people take inspiration from you. You may teach people without even realizing it. But there are some people here that think that you could be doing yourself a disservice. Maybe they think that you're spewing lies. Maybe they think that you're going to, like, all the stuff that you're saying is going to lead you to damnation. I don't know. That's coming through. Someone here definitely has like a past of like very restrictive religious beliefs. Very if you don't do this, like I'm relating to this very hard, because it's like the whole like, oh well, you're gonna go to hell, you're like eternal damnation type of shit. But it's just funny because it's like, this is the most connected that you are with the divine, right? I mean, that, no wonder I brought that up earlier, where it's like, this is the most connected I've felt with God. This is the strongest the relationship has been. So I think continue to ignore those who want to bring you to their level, or who want to keep you in some type of box, who want to clip your wings, who want to keep your beliefs tied to theirs. Yeah, take that leap. Take that leap of faith. Continue onward, because you have people around you that are going to catch you, that are going to keep you from walking off the cliff, right? It's still having that. Ooh, it's blind faith here. The eyes are closed as well. Like you're about to be rewarded for your faith, for staying brave, and for continuing forward, maybe even through the midst of this painful transformation, maybe through the midst of people talking about it in negative ways. Final messages here, Holy Spirit, final messages. Whoa. Knight of Swords. Yeah, a lot of people have opinions about this, right? Like a lot of people want to keep you from taking that leap of faith. A lot of people want to rush in and give their 2 cents on it. They want to give their opinion on it. Some people could even be like stalking your socials. Maybe you post certain things about your faith or belief or your practice on social media, and you have like certain relatives or friends who don't agree with it, right? Who have like opposing views, and like maybe they make certain opinions or critiques or something like that on you, but they don't see all the hard work that you've done. And maybe someone here could even be considered woo-woo. Oh my gosh, Queen of Wands. More Venusian energy. You guys are in like a very, again, like Leo, Aries, Sagittarius could be significant as well. I mean, pretty much all the signs here at this point. But Queen of Wands, wow, you guys are leveling up. not just spiritually, but I feel like physically as well. There's something about you that is so transformative. I think it's like all of it. Even in the energies I've been tapping into recently, mind, body, and soul, there is a level up, a progression with the Chariot even, and transformation. Like you guys are moving upward. There's something where you're rising up. You're connecting more to your spiritual team. Your spiritual team is about to make even more entrances into your life. They might be giving you more downloads. You might be connecting more heavily. You might be receiving more messages. But there is even like a closer relationship with Source. There is a closer communication, like a stronger communication with the divine here, right? You guys are definitely leveling up spiritually. And I think also, like I said, physically, you guys are very beautiful. There's something about, someone here could just be so physically attractive. 8 of Swords. But people think that you're putting yourself in, I'm hearing like detriment. Like, I don't know. But some people might think that you're leading blindly, or you're, what is it? Like the blind leading the blind. Something like that, where they feel that you could be putting yourself, again, they feel like you are damning yourself. But you're really not. Like you are coming into full bloom. You're living your truth, the heart here. You're living what is speaking to you. The heart of the solar system. You're a main character in your story, okay? Like you can make the choices that you want to make. You get to determine how your life goes, right? And yes, things are going to pop up and change the course of, like, steer the course in a different direction. Like, naturally, there will be natural occurrences. But this is more talking about the fact, like, conscious decisions here, right? Not natural, like, any natural forces causing a different direction. This is more of, like, people's opinions, their words, their actions over yours can steer you in a different direction that you're not meant to be on. So this is more talking about, like, literally going back to what we were saying before, valuing your truth and walking in that truth. I'm going to speak my mind and you're going to listen. No longer are people going to be shutting you down, shutting you up. Okay? And if they try to, guess what? You have authority over your own life. You have the king, queen, queen. Like, y'all are running this shit. Okay? You are the center of your solar system. You are the star of your solar system. And again, don't get a big ego, okay? Don't get a big ego. But I'm just saying, like, you are allowed. I don't know if you ever, like, if you feel like you're just, like, not allowed to do what you want to do, or to explore what you want to explore, or to even question things, right? Like, even questioning certain things can be taboo in certain restrictive relationships. Oh my God. Opportunities for growth. What did I say? You're moving up. Look at the way that it's leveling up. Everything is happening for me and my evolution. I am not a victim of the things that happen. I take ownership of my life and make the best of the challenges along my journey. I see how difficult moments help me to become the best version, and I am thankful for them. So yeah, you guys, I don't even think that you guys look at things with such a hateful, or, like, if you reflect, I don't think it's like with hate or resentment or anything like that. I think you can see things in like the bigger picture, see things for how they are, like in the grand scheme of things. And you realize that you are only continuing to grow. Like, even through the trials and tribulations, it has caused you to, again, spread those wings and soar. So maybe there are people who wanted you to stay in 8 of Swords energy. Maybe you were in that energy before. Maybe even things that you said or let people, like, allow, like what you allowed other people to say or do to or for you caused you to be in this 8 of Swords energy, where it's like, yeah, they were caused by other people, but you were allowing that type of energy, right? So it's still, you kind of have yourself in some type of like self-imprisonment. Again, like the restrictive energy, there was like restriction. It was so restrictive, but now you have authority over your own life. You are running things. You are the king. You are the queen. And you're not going to let anything from the past, things that backstabbed you, things that stabbed you in the front, like people who would not even like backstab you, they would freaking stab you like straight on. Like people who would tell you to your face, people who wanted to keep you down, people who wanted to keep you pinned to the lowest level, pinned to the ground, the way the sword would be pinning into the dirt through the body, like stuck to the ground. No, you have ascended from that. You have grown from that. You are no longer keeping yourself in that energy. You took the leap of faith. You looked inward. You're going to look inward, and you are working on it. Like you really need to give yourself grace. You need to give yourself appreciation for the choices and decisions that you've made, because it's gotten you to a point where you are ascending. You're ascending in this journey in your life, in different avenues of your life. Some of you could really be like, it's not just a spiritual thing. I keep feeling like a physical thing too, like, because I'm seeing Aphrodite, like Venus, Venusian energy. You could really have some type of glow up here. You could have had like an extreme glow up. Like I'm just seeing someone, even like when I say glow up, you could literally be glowing. With the sun coming through, you could literally be like radiating, shining, glowing. You are a light. Fuel. I enjoy doing things that fuel me. It feels great to do things for myself. When I make sure I am taken care of, I can better show up for those in my life and for the work that I do. Yes. Yes. Prioritizing yourself, right? Putting yourself first, giving yourself the love, the food, the knowledge. Like fuel can be many things. It can be the foods that you're eating. It can be the books that you're reading. It could be the shows that you're watching, the music that you're listening to, the activities that you partake in, the practices that you do. If it feels good to you, if it's something that is, you feel like it's helping you grow, it's helping you learn, it's helping you advance, it's just, if it just feels good, just to feel good, that's fine too. Like if it's pleasurable, like doing it for you is okay. I don't know, this group could definitely be like, this reading could be for people who never felt like they had the opportunity or never felt like they were allowed to fully love themselves, to fully put themselves first, right? You could have been like, if you grew up in a very strict belief or ideology, maybe it's like you had to put others first, right? Like even certain beliefs that they will have you, sacrifice yourself for others. Like, no, I'm not gonna, if I'm gonna live on this earth, I'm gonna enjoy it, like I'm going to do the things that I want to do, especially if the freedoms are there, right? Like if you have the opportunity to do it, then do it, and what is holding you back? What is it exactly that's holding you back? Is it people's words? Is it how people will think of you? Is it their beliefs? Is it like, if you live in your truth, is that going to cause other people to step away from you? And that's what scares you? Is it like family? If you do certain things, it might have family turn on you. It might have family look at you a certain way. It might have friends look at you a certain way. But do you want them in your life if that is how their reaction to you being who you are and you believing what you believe? Do you want them in your life if that's the case? You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, and I flip it. It says, it's not personal. This is on the bottom. People's reactions or opinions of me are really not about me at all. People tend to project their own insecurities or fears onto one another. So when someone speaks unkindly to me, I remember that they have something going on that has nothing to do with me. Yeah, a lot of the times it has nothing to do with you. People was like, oh, you're going to go to hell. Don't project your fears onto me, ma'am, sir, them. Like, don't project onto me. And then at the bottom of that, this is the last one. It says, loving space also pop up, but it says, coming my way, unique opportunities aligned with my desires present themselves to me. I attract all that I need to make my dreams a reality. He's got the whole world in his hand. I don't know why that's coming to mind. things are gravitating around you. Again, you are the star of your solar system. Things are going to orbit and gravitate towards you. Okay? Some people might think that you might burn them if they get too close. I don't know, because I'm getting Icarus flying too close to the sun. So some people might think that maybe you're flying too close to the sun, or they perceive you as someone that they don't want to get too close to because they might get influenced in a negative way. Maybe there's a certain family that don't want you talking to other family members or other friends because they feel like you can influence them negatively or something, or you can open doors inside their mind of like different perspectives that they never thought, or different ideas that they never thought, or different ideas that they were too afraid to think, right? Like someone here is definitely like a mentor or a teacher, where you living by example is showing a lot of people like there are different paths, there are different avenues to connect with God. There's not just one way. So yeah, that is what I'm getting for your guys' reading. I hope that was helpful or entertaining at the very least. I think this is really fantastic energy. Like, you guys are very connected, like I said, with the divinity, with the divine, connected with God. Take a moment and just have that moment. Take a moment and just have that moment. Wow. Wow, words. Take a moment, find some time, carve some time out of your day, which I think you guys already do, for your spirit team, for source, the divine, Mother Nature, like whatever it may be, however it is. Even Aphrodite. Aphrodite might be needing some type of, if you guys have like an Aphrodite, what is it called? Oh my God, why am I blanking? Why am I blanking right now? It's not ofrenda, it's altar. If you have like an Aphrodite altar or statue or like crystals or anything like that, she might want you to like clean up or like give some type of offering, or maybe there's like connection to here with her through like jewelry or makeup. I don't know, like enchanting, charming, something like that. Working with her. Maybe this is just an invitation to work with her, or she's like reaching out to you. But overall, I feel like the connection with Source, with God, is very strong in your life. Very, very strong. This is you're moving, like you're literally moving in love and light. You know, like when people say love and light, like you are moving, you're the embodiment of love and light. And that in itself is just causing these opportunities to fall into your lap. Like, this is like they're being presented to you. When you take that ownership, and how it says like you make the best of the challenges along your journey, enjoying the journey as it comes, not solely focusing on the destination itself, like the end goal, but really enjoying the now, the learning, the connection, the relationship that you're growing with God, with Source, Creator. Learning to connect with your spirit team, really sitting in those moments, in those feelings, connecting those thoughts with the emotions. I feel like that is overall like really working for you guys. Really opening those doors for new opportunity, for new growth to come in, right? Like you're continuously moving up. So that is what I have for you guys today. I hope this was, again, entertaining or, helpful at the very least. Please, if you made it to the end of this video, please, I ask that you give me a little thumbs up. Give a little thumbs up if you can. Or comment, subscribe. It really helped me out and I really do appreciate it. But if not, thank you so much for just watching. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, evening, wherever you're at. Stay healthy, hydrated, and blessed. And I hope that you are treated as you treat others. Bye, guys.